Hi guys, I'm Mario Frotto and this is Making the Case. Before we get started, I'd just like to send my sincere thoughts and prayers to President Donald Trump and his whole family. His brother Robert Trump passed away this weekend at the age of 71. The details surrounding his death are still unclear, but I'm really sorry for the loss and I'd really just like to send my thoughts and prayers to the whole family. So it looks like the first shoe has dropped in the Obamagate investigation. On Friday, Kevin Clinesmith, who is an ex-FBI attorney, pled guilty to altering a FISA warrant application. Now, Clinesmith was working on this FISA warrant application of Carter Page, and what they were looking for is to see if Carter Page was colluding with the Russians. Well, Clinesmith was actually informed that Carter Page had worked as a source for the CIA for 5 years, between 2008 and 2013. Now, that wasn't included in any of the original FISA applications and in any of the renewals, but this last time, instead of including that information, Clinesmith altered the document to deliberately say that Carter Page was not a former source. Now, this is really important because had the FBI known that Carter Page had helped the CIA get dirt on Russian intelligence officials for 5 years, it would be pretty unlikely that they would believe that now Carter Page was colluding with Russia after helping the government fight Russia, in essence, for 5 years. And it's important to note that this is the exact same charge that General Michael Flynn pled guilty to, and it's also one of the charges that Roger Stone was convicted of. Now remember, Roger Stone was arrested in a pre-dawn raid at his house over this, and the left went nuts when Michael Flynn pled guilty to this as part of the Mueller probe. Now in this case, this is actually an FBI employee that's making up evidence to attack the Trump administration at the time and keep spying on them, in essence. Now, the liberal narrative right now is that Clinesmith was a rogue FBI agent acting alone and that there was no direction from the top. But we know for a fact that Clinesmith had made disparaging remarks about President Trump in the past and during this investigation, and also that people like Peter Strzok and Lisa Page were looking for an insurance policy to keep Trump out of the White House, and had he won, that they could have him removed based on these investigations. However, I truly believe that this goes all the way to the top. This is the essence of Obamagate, that the top officials in the Obama administration knew about this investigation. They knew it was based on a phony dossier, and they were altering evidence to investigate people in the Trump campaign and later the Trump administration in order to bring him down and either prevent him from winning the election, or had he won, to find a way to remove him from office. The original FISA application with the phony Steele dossier was done on Comey's watch, and Comey was in power all the way till a month before Clinesmith altered this fourth renewal for the FISA application. We now know that John Brennan, James Clapper, Jim Comey, and even Obama himself knew that this investigation was going on. We even had Joe Biden in the White House just weeks before Trump took office talking about the Flynn investigation. It's also important to note that when Attorney General Bill Barr was asked by a Democratic member of Congress if he would commit to not releasing any reports or information about the Durham Probe until after the election, he bluntly said no. Right now, the left is going crazy about the supposed 60-day rule. The 60-day rule says that you can't investigate a political candidate, or the Justice Department can't take any overt actions within 60 days of an election, but that's not even a real rule. It's basically a guidance for the Justice Department, and it's specifically for investigating a candidate himself. So in this case, that rule wouldn't even apply. But I really do believe that AG Barr is going to have somebody indicted before the election and within 60 days. Somebody higher up. I don't know if it's going to be Comey himself or Brennan, but I do believe that he's going to take action before the election. If there was an illegal investigation into the Trump campaign and later the Trump administration, which it really looks like there was, then the American people deserve to know about it as soon as possible, and especially before this election. Because on the off chance that Joe Biden wins, there's no way this investigation will continue. Biden would instruct his Justice Department to end this investigation, unlike Donald Trump, who allowed himself to be investigated for basically his whole presidency. Let's just hope that President Trump is reelected and every last one of these people involved in this illegal witch hunt are brought to justice. Guys, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Thanks, guys.